My name is Mono-Loon. I'm kinda like a bird. The game we're playing tonight is called Psycutlery. I heard this was like a Waluigi type game? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Seems to be in the middle of some sort of swirling vortex. I think all that I can do is begin. You have quite normal health. Or even more normal health. Or fairly nice health. A bit nicer health. Easy as hell. Smooth sailing. Sit back, relax. Totally unfair. Pretty hard. It goes from 10 to 1. I think I'll start with quite normal. This option is green. I think that's okay. I have to name my utensil? No other game in the world offers the ability to name a utensil. No other game. So many choices. I don't know what to choose. Large scoop! Go with it. You have a naked spork. It looks a bit more normal. There seems to be a cough button. This level's called What's Even Going On? Evil beware, for your executioners have arrived. So, who wants to be our first victim? Please, I wonder if it didn't... I wonder what it did during the classification of being evil. Other than tempting you to break all those New Year's resolutions and consume. Yeah, you know what? That cheese is going down. I do like cheese. With the moon with me, that cheese? I seen the moon. It doesn't look like that. Oh, what joyous day! That vile cheese has been vanquished at last. I'm allergic, see? So, thanks. Hooray all around! Now that today's been saved, the world is forever at peace. We can all, like, go home, I guess. Well, there sure are monsters up ahead. Say, that's an interesting trading vessel you got there. Maybe you could launch your spoon-like fork thing at them. I mean, I wouldn't recommend eating the monsters, but maybe you can grab them and toss them around. Been trying that with my trading vessel, but you know, kinda caught in a bargain bin sale. Poor thing would snap in two. That'd be sad. It may just be a puppet, and it may have cost me next to nothing, but... I hear ya. See, large scoop here completes me. Good. What do we have here? Absolutely vile things must be taken seriously. Okay, I press no direction to go straight. Even these crawlers fall to one hit. I want to take multiple hits and a small piece of the bread. It's awesome. I love food and having the capacity to have food. New character? At the start of each stage, you'll find one of these weird doors. Would you believe me if I said it led to, like, some parallel universe? A level in a level. But you need all 3 hidden eyeball emblems in this level in order to open it. So, start searching, I guess. Also, you need to beat the main level first, so, focus on that. These secret levels are completely optional, and also very tricky, too. So, don't worry about completing them unless you're looking for that little extra challenge. I am looking for a challenge, maybe? But they're not open yet. Grandpa takes multiple hits. If they're coming at me, it's only fair that I dish back at them. Air jumps! You almost look like a target down there. Air jumping is a good time! Not to mention a completely invaluable ability! Verily so. Beware, oh unsuspecting jump button. I'm going to smash you so rapidly that I'm going to break all of the controllers. Or I'll just calmly and rhythmically push it, preferably at the height of my jump. Yeah. Right on! Remember, you can jump at many times in the air. Take advantage of that, but don't tire yourself out too much. I suggest practicing air jumping anywhere and everywhere. It'll become a very important skill down the line. I'll tell you that much. It becomes scary when you talk in red. What is the point of these bubbles other than collecting numbers? When hit by an enemy or something that would otherwise make you say, ouch, you'll lose a tooth. And when you lose them all, you will face the darkest depth of oblivion, wallowing in fear. But if you lose any teeth, try to find some toothpaste. Nowadays, the average tube can actually grow back one whole tooth. If you're low on health, try defeating monsters or grabbing things. You might find toothpaste randomly. And if you have all your teeth, you won't be able to collect toothpaste tubes. Save them for when you need them. But seriously, try not to lose your teeth. I mean, my collection is big enough and I'm really trying to stop. It's an addiction. I'm learning so much about this world, it's not fair. I've made the jump, but I am quite curious what exists down at the bottom. Absolutely nothing at all. See, I'm quite good at flying. Like, not being that good at flying. I understand how to do the jumps. There's powers. The powers button makes her cough. That bubbly thing with the fire in it, it's a special power-up that can be harnessed by psychics. Oh, looks spicy. And when I catch any bit of spice in my breath, things burn. And I gotta grab the power, then hold down the special power button. Not the one that turns off the system, the one that makes me go, but I don't have the power. While holding down that button continuously, everything before me is reduced to ash. Yes, that's exactly what the thing does actually. Just be sure to keep an eye on the power gauge that appears on the bottom of the screen. Once it runs out, your fiery vengeance or whatever will come to an end. But regardless, use it or lose it. You can't take power-ups beyond or outside of any levels they're found in. Even still, there are many, many different powers out there for you to use. How many can you find? Well, I found this one. She wasn't lying. The enemies will burn. It's easy.
Hi?
Sup, I'm Lillian T. Alien, Psychic in Training. Psychic in Training? What's your name?
Considering I'm nobody important in any way conceivable, I don't really have one of those, okay?
That's so sad! You're worth more than that! Here, let's fix this! Oh boy, I sure do hope I get to name somebody. I hereby dub thee Chuck!
Whatever floats your boat. Look, I'm only here so somebody may ask, what is even going on? Everybody here has these weird floating doll things, and yours is a spork?
Larskip here is my psychic training vessel. I supposedly have some sort of catastrophically powerful psionic abilities, but I can't use them without a vessel. Larskip was made from a special metal that bonds with my thoughts and emotions, moving and acting according to them. Much as I love Larskip though, my ultimate goal is being able to control my powers without a vessel.
So, the weird floating dolls are basically training wheels, and the psychic powers, the bike?
Yep, and if the average psychic is a bicycle, then I am a nuclear warship. Or, so I've been told anyway.
A nuclear-powered spork. Right. Now I just need to know the whole story. What are you? Why an eating utensil? How? Heck, I need to know all of it. All of it from the very beginning.
Oh boy, story time. Now let me take you on a journey into the past. It began some 50 years ago, long before I was even a thing. Our tale begins out of the depths of space, aboard an orbital restaurant known as the Tynes Diner. The Tynes Diner. The Tynes Diner. And once again, I am here. Or at least for the first time from my real perspective. Even diners have large pieces of cheese. This is wonderful. Oh. It's me. It's me. Friend or foe? Friend. This diner is supposed to be the best. People from all over the galaxy come here. Say, where are you from? I'm from the future. 50 years into the future. Wow, to think we'll finally have time travel in only 50 years. Hahaha, yeah, no, we don't actually have time travel yet. This place is actually just a physical representation of a story I'm telling to somebody based on historical events. Everything and everyone here is no more than a byproduct of my twisted imagination. Wait, does this mean I'm not real? You're real to me, and that's what matters. What a wonderful imagination. Oh no. New bug. Yeah, you probably shouldn't touch those dangerous heated coil things down there. Like, seriously, how did this diner pass inspections? Well, to be fair, the real Lifetime's diner didn't actually have death traps and monsters. It should have, though. Where's the challenge otherwise? I would just like to enjoy a meal, thank you. I will avoid the death pits. Evil monsters appear from all over. They are also wise to avoid the pits of death. It appears I have a choice in this matter. Spike ball or laser. Fire. It was an easy choice, but I made it. I ran out of fire. Reflect laser! It boings. It boings. Okay. Yeah. The tadpole eggs you see floating everywhere are the spawn of Astronura and the great mighty Toad. If you take to one of these golden fountains, said fountains will reward you with an item. Actually, you know what? They're item shops, okay? My tadpole brethren love swimming in these fountains. I seek to befriend every tadpole I meet. So whatever you do not call tadpoles coins. Turns out they're not coins. They're tadpoles. I see that quite clearly now. So clear to me. Welcome to the Tadporium. Got some tadpoles and bring them to your local Tadporium. Redeem them for oh so glorious stuff right here. A winter scarf. Accessory for tableware. To wear. Affecting gameplay might look nice. Whoop. Yeah, auto equips. Quite nice. This one. Monocle of Might. This fashionable piece of iron raises the power of your utensil's basic attack to double damage for a limited number of hits. Oh, classy. Glow 6. Breath Mint. Carry and use these from the item screen. Doubles all use of special powers for one stage. I don't quite have enough to make use of this. So I will continue on my way. Oh, alright, I was supposed to be telling you a story, wasn't I?
As much as I'm enjoying your mindless action scenes or whatever you call this, yeah, so many unanswered questions.
Right, sorry. So, this restaurant, the Tynes Diner, was owned and operated by head chef Francis Tynes, who, some would say, was perhaps the greatest psychic who ever lived. They say that one of his power could conquer the world if he wanted. But no, he instead decided to use his powers to just do chef stuff, I guess. Talk about a missed opportunity. But hey, people love that sort of silly novelty thing, and he was doing some good business. It helped that he didn't need to hire any waitstaff, because all he had was his mentally controlled utensils bring out all the food.
Man, I wish I was that guy. I see you have one of his utensils.
Indeed, Large Scoop once worked at this very restaurant. So, yeah, now you know Large Scoop's dark, gritty origin story. More on that in a bit. For now, we'll leave the master chef to his work. In the meantime, more mindless action scenes. How's it going, chef? Oh. There's the key. Actually, forget the mindless action scenes. I'm talking to the random person. Well, golly, I'm honored. So, that Tynes guy? His meals aren't bad, but the real draw of this place is watching him cook with his mind. I mean, psychics are everywhere, but all they want to, you know, fight monsters and stuff. You gotta admire Chef Tynes. All that power, and he uses it for something different for once. It may look like he's standing there doing nothing, but he's actually really, really absorbed in his craft. In fact, if you were to eat his ingredients out right in front of him, I doubt he would even notice. I did do that. I did that. I can do anything I want to this guy. That scared me so much. Portals shouldn't just open like that. Can I go? Huh. Another spork user.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but this area is for staff only. Oh, I do apologize. I know you, and you do work here. So, who's the kid? Is it a take your daughter to work day or something? I tell you what, it sure is lonely being the only non-utensil besides Chef Tynes working here. And I'm not too sure he isn't one himself.
There's Cookie! There's some sort of sight power here. I see you, Cook. What a wonderful cookie. I even have a key for all these chefs. That isn't how I normally open a chest, but I'll use it. No power. Sub-Zero spread. Red shot. This is great. I do really like a game with pleasant sounds. Makes me want to do all of everything I can. Against my power. I used up all my power. The power's gone now. Who's pads? Right, I actually have to use my spork to get through things. That's the scariest thing I've seen so far. What are you? What even is this thing? Apple likes watermelon? Whether or not that creature liked watermelon is inconclusive at best. I like watermelon. It's full of seeds and vitamins and sugar and water. The Tynes Diner was Francis Tynes' life work, his pride and joy. Though his cooking and the mundane spectacle of his methods, he in turn brought joy to many of his patrons. He was living the dream, rolling in dough, king of the world and all that.
You know, it's pretty obvious where this is going, so why don't you just come out and say it? This is the part where it all comes crashing down on him, ain't it?
Well, yes. Yes, indeed. It all happened one day when the diner was invaded by something. Seemingly out of nowhere, the restaurant's whole atmosphere changed dramatically in an instant. It is so dark and scary here. Luckily, I have this pigmentation of me. French. Can you believe it, Chef Tynes? Space around the restaurant is changing colors all of a sudden. And you know what he says? Fix the pipes! I mean, it's my job and all. But you think he would have mentioned all this rainbow nonsense? I mean, after a thorough inspection of the plumbing, I determined that the leaks were caused by otherworldly phenomena, with all the signs pointing to the category of reality warping. In other words, same kinds of things causing all the funky colors in space. Speaking from my experience as a fairy space plumber, that usually isn't a good sign. But hey, I have a family to feed. You, though, I'd politely encourage you to leave this place ASAP. Huh. I don't think my character takes no as an answer. Alright. This guy's awesome already. I don't need to talk to you. You're cool. Dude, you're cool. You're cool. This guy's awesome. I should see what he has to say. Oh, nice. The Tynes Diner has a swimming pool. Hey, try holding down the jump button to swim upwards. Yes, hold it down. You don't need to repeatedly press it. That would just be ridiculous. So now you can enjoy the swimming pool to its max extent. Though, come to think of it, I don't think this place is even supposed to have a swimming pool. Or coals growing on the floor for that matter. Swim. I can do swimming. Anywhere water. These tadpoles will be free one day. I believe it. If those enemies had a name in the files, I would call them bellyfish. The song. Perfect. This is great. If I can, I'm not going to leave this place unarmed. I have to be armed and dangerous at all times to survive the diner. Just like in real life. That's not an enemy I need to sing at. It's a wonderful robot. Well, first this rainbow stuff, then the water, and now indoor space now. What doesn't this restaurant have? I wonder what it will get next. Actually, should I be afraid of what I will get next? No, seriously, I get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, I should be maybe a little terrified. You should fear me, at least for the moment. There's a new thing. Eternitoad emblem. I'm invincible, like the mighty Eternitoad, but power lasts but for a fleeting moment. But what a moment it is. A dental crown. Increase my max health. I believe that is worth it. I haven't ran into a serious challenge yet, but that could all change. You know how games are. Stacking on the difficulty anytime they can. Yes. Holding Grandpa. I can get up there. New power has appeared. A tornado dash. Seems quite useful. But its real purpose has been revealed to me. Look at the transition. Another me.
Chef Tynes has closed up shop, and everyone else is already gone. You are urged to evacuate the premises. If you are to linger around here for even a second, use that time to carve yourself a checkpoint over to the left. You gotta hit it twice. And when you leave, do not go to planet Geozak. This weird light seems to be coming from there. And you know, centuries ago, Geozak was threatened by a reality warping catastrophe known as the Distortion. Makes you wonder, but we can ponder ideas later, once we're out of this place. Or we can wonder later once we're out of this place.
It's for everything. Safety is very important, especially in a dreamed up form of a diner. Even right here, safety is considered. Can I turn it out here? Oh! This is an escape sequence if I've ever seen one. Oh, another. Just barely made it. And the Tynes Diner? Well, everyone made it out safely, but everything poor Francis Tynes worked for and lived for was blasted away in an instant. The Tynes Diner was gone, along with whatever the heck that unspeakable horror show was. But, of course, we all know that cosmic abominations and such never stay gone. In fact, the same stuff was seen centuries earlier, on our very own planet of Geozak. Back then, it was known as the Distortion. Dun dun dun! After nearly destroying our world, the Distortion was warped off somewhere by somebody called the Mother of Teleportation. Same person who invented all those teleportal doors we see everywhere, in fact. Nobody knew where she warped the Distortion off to, but as soon as Tynes saw the light coming out of this planet, he knew he hadn't gone far. Knowing this, and without a diner to call home, he gave up being a chef, turning to a life of the wandering hermit. Soon, he became convinced the Distortion was casually stuffed inside Geozak's only volcano. So, he could train to defeat it. He would hone his mind and powers to become a psychic unlike any other. He became a legend among psychics, eventually amassing the title of Master Tynes. But as powerful as he'd become, he lamented upon the fact that he was still not strong enough to topple an incomprehensible abomination. So he trained, and trained some more, but he kinda took a lot of time. And time ended up metamorphosizing into an old coot. He reached the age where even going upstairs had become a challenge for him, which meant so much for taking down incomprehensible cosmic horrors. Oops. Not all was lost, though. He just needed a wee bit of help. And yeah, he made it past the scary parts of the story. Now we can all relax and breathe easily. I'm gonna change the voice up for her quite a bit because I don't always remember the voice I do in the beginning. I especially like to do what just comes comfortable. A star! I just wanted to hear that sound again. power simplifies all combat. I will use this power only in the most direst moments. So much bread! There was a secret underneath the bread? It hurt me. Lucky for me, my utensil can cross many gaps and barriers. And toothpaste comes cheap here. It's easy! You keep your teeth big and clean, and you have so much of it in your mouth. A frog or a toad, whatever it is you are. It was a frog.
Evening. This path is closed right now due to reservations. These here are the ruins of an ancient temple dedicated to the mighty Eternitode, which we are currently cleaning up so that the temple may be used and even lived in again.
Dude, I am so going to live here someday. For the love of frogs everywhere. There's lots of frogs. Lots of frogs going on. Like a frog type girl. Frog temple. And it's tadpole. With its age slowly dragging him down, Francis Tynes decided it was time to take on an apprentice. One night, while roaming the wilderness, he sensed a terrible power of truly apocalyptic proportions. Perfect apprentice material, in other words. So, guess who? I remember it well. Now I have to come up with a voice for this guy. Metal. Silver or gray in color.
Rump.
How do I do old guy?
A rump. Okay. With this power I'm sensing, you should really have blown a bigger crater in the ground than this. Honestly now, we're talking stronger than the distortion here. Seriously? You call this a crater? It's more like a dent. I'll bet you even had your spacecraft do all the work for you. I'm disappointed in your mysterious space babies. One of you, anyway. So, which one of you is the underachiever? Space baby number 1? No, you have barely any psychic energy at all. Space baby number 2, on the other hand. Yowzas! It truly is a terrifying power, especially for an underachiever. So many like you don't even realize they have such powers until it is too late. Which is why I must train you as my apprentice, so you'll need a name. I'll go with Lillian, because it reminds me of the word alien. You will come to appreciate my peerless and clever wit, trust me. As for the other, you're Daliu. Call it backwards if you want, but it's an actual name, trust me. Besides, one of you has to be the evil twin, and I'd rather it not be the one with the crazy powers. Now, I would adopt you as my own kids, but aside from me being kinda bad at the whole dad thing, there's the issue of my fan club. I'd rather you not get wrapped up with that crowd. So, I'll be taking you both to the Eternitode Temple. west of here. I'm sure the frog monks there will be happy to raise you. As for me, I will return someday as your teacher. But before we part, I have a gift for you, Lillian.
Baby sounds. And there you have it. I'm some kind of weird space baby of unknown origin. Don't know where I'm from, but honestly, that's not really important. What matters is I gain control over my psychic powers so that I may finish what Master Tyne started. That silly old coot. He may be overbearing, but I respect him greatly.
So do I. Speaking of which, why was he already going gray by the time he found you in the story? Given the aging processes of Cyclops, wouldn't you think that he'd still have a bit of that lovely purple hue in his whiskers?
Wait a minute. I never mentioned him being a purple-haired Cyclops, or his mustache, or anything you just said. The only way you'd know all this is if you read my mind and saw the story as I visualize it. You can't fool me, Master.
Oomph, took you long enough. I enjoyed your little self-insert fan fiction about my life. But you should have talked about that mustache. I mean, look at it. Just look at that. Look at that mustache.
So, getting me to tell you the story was like a pop quiz then. Stash aside. Did I pass?
Sure, I'll give you a C- for the effort. So, you met the minimum prerequisite to start your journey. You will venture forth to the mountain crater that is Astray Abyss.
Astray Abyss? That's where you said the distortion was stuck. Yeah, I think I'm ready to take that thing down.
Yeah, right. You wouldn't last a second with your current experience. But I will accompany you on this journey, offering lessons and assignments to prepare you. By the time we're through,
I'll be something far more earth-shatteringly grotesque than even the distortion.
let's not go that far, child. Now, onward. Go forth and claim proof that you passed my assignment. Just don't jump straight into the spinning energy blades this time.
I'm gonna jump in the spinning energy blades. Bye! Huh. I can only go right. Kill. I have to kill that thing. Whoa! Well, I guess there's no place left to go than the spinning energy fork. My first food! First level down. I think that'll be all for tonight. Yeah.